last night. Iowa Congressman Steve King with me now. He's threatened to sue the president over the immigration mandate. A Republican on the House Judiciary Committee and the vice chair in the subcommittee on immigration. Sir, welcome back here to America's Newsroom. I'm going to get to your case in a moment here, but what do you think about the word that Marco Rubio put out late last night that he will not pursue what he had planned to pursue regarding immigration in America?
Well, as I listened to Senator Rubio, I agree with his statement. I think his analysis is correct. I think he clearly understands this is politically motivated on the part of the president, that there are long-term serious implications for a president that would overreach and try to rule by edict. I agree with all of that. I would just add a little bit more constitutional outrage to Senator Rubio's response, because we take an oath to uphold the Constitution, too. Our founding fathers envisioned that each branch of government would jealously protect the authority granted to it within the Constitution, and this legislature hasn't aggressively enough defended its authority against, sometimes in the history, the overreach of the judiciary, and now in this case, the vast and insulting overreach of the President of the United States from the executive branch.
In a word, is Rubio right to pull back, yes or no?
I think given the arena that he's in right now, yes, I think he is right to do that, Bill.
Okay. Now, on your matter, you want to sue the president. On what grounds?
Well, on the separation of powers issue, it is very clear. Article 1 grants the authority to legislate to the Congress, to the legislative branch, and of course Article 2 is the executive branch. So it says, and the president takes an oath of office to uphold this Constitution and to take care that the laws be faithfully executed, not created by the president and not ignored by the president. And he does both of these things. We've had a discussion about prosecutorial discretion when the president has decided that he would select individuals that would be exempted from enforcement. I might name his aunt and his uncle as two of those that have been essentially exempted from immigration law. But this is a case where he creates several people and apparently a work permit, all by presidential edict or memorandum that he's directed to give by Janet Napolitano. This Congress cannot tolerate the president manufacturing immigration law. It's one thing to ignore it in individual cases. It's another to set up a policy that they will not enforce the law. That's a violation of his oath of office, Bill.
Let me take you back 13 years, your home state of Iowa. Tom Vilsack was the governor back then. Now he's the agriculture secretary. You say when you sued him you were successful, and that is grounds for doing it yet again. How so?
Look, Bill, it certainly informed me on this separation of powers issue. Then Governor Vilsack decided that he could rewrite the civil rights section of the Code of Iowa by executive order. And the attorneys at the time told me that I really didn't understand that it was carefully and deftly drafted to be constitutional. I said, no, you can't tolerate that kind of authority assumed by the executive. And we went to court, and the case of King versus Vilsack is in the books. It was clearly separation of powers.
And you won the case.
A president or an executive cannot legislate by executive order, by memorandum, or by presidential edict, or in the President Obama's case, not by press conference either, which he attempted to do as well.
Two quick questions then. When will you file?
Well, as soon as possible, but right now we're still putting together the legal team and still putting together the standings argument.
You're going forward. You're not stopping here.
I am prepared to sue the president, and I am preparing to file.
All right. How do you believe this decision impacts November?
Well, I haven't thought about that very much. This is a constitutional issue, and regardless of the timing and the politics or the policy, if this were something else, if he directed, let's just say, Tim Geithner not to enforce the IRS collection, then it would also be the same cause. We have to stand up and defend the Constitution, and this is paramount for the destiny of our country, regardless of the politics, Bill.
Steve King, thank you. We'll see how far you get. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
All right.